Another fine day, another wonderful day. A good day for us to go live and have conversations. A good day for us to go live and continue to have conversations about our community. A good day for us to go live and talk about things in our community that are important. A good day for us to go live and talk about. There's so many things that is happening in our community. We need to talk about whether we like it or not. We are affected as a people, whether we like it or not. It's biting us somehow, whether we like it or not. It's either bringing us together or separating us or pulling us apart, whether we like it or not. These concerns are going to be there. They were there before 1884. They were there after 1884. They were there in 1961. They were there 72, 92, 2000, 2024. It's still there. It's that just goes to tell you that these concerns are always going to be there. But what we should think, or what we should do, or what we should start looking at as a people is how to fix them, is how to address them, is how to have conversations around these concerns in a way that can be beneficial for everyone. When by everyone I mean everyone. Everyone. You must not only be black, you must not be white, you must not be brown, you must not be blue. You must everyone that can benefit from the situation should benefit in a positive way. And that is what I stand for. That is what I believe. I am a Cameroonian who was born in Southwest, who was born as an Anglophone, who was born as an Oroco, who was born as a Sawa Peking, who was born as an African, who was born to the world. Born to the world because I was supposed to come in here and make my own contributions. Born to the world because I was supposed to come in here and make it a little bit better than my uncle Jesus left it, or my brother Muhammad left it, or my sister Eliza. What's her name? The lady, the lady from I think London, the good lady, or my brother Mandela, or my brother Obama. All I'm trying to do, all we are trying to do, all we should strive for, all we should be looking at doing is how can we make this world a better place? A better place because we need to enjoy the world. Our kids need to. Our kids needs to. The kids. It's a long generation of people who need to just come in here and just do their time. I saw a post the other day, and he actually said 100 years from now, none of us, probably none of us, let's just say 120 years. 120 years from now, probably none of us will be alive. So the properties we are working hard to acquire today will be managed by some other persons. We don't even know them, probably. Everything we're trying to acquire, the education, all these things that we're fighting over, all these things that we are going back and forth for. In 120 years, we will not have that ability to control them. In 120 years, we will not have a say about who gets them or who manages them or who has the. Or it's not going to be under our control anymore. The question now is, why are we fighting? The question now is, why are we arguing? The question now is, why are we wanting to kill ourselves over things that in 200, 500 years we will not even be around to make decisions about? Like I said, I come from a community where first they call you an Morocco man, then they call you an Anglophone, then they call you a Cameroonian, then they call you an African. Now, when they call you an Oroco man, it's because there are other tribes and other ethnic groups that exist. So I am Oroco. There's other people who are Bakosi. There's other people who are Nso. I think there's other people who are Mankon. There's other people who are Beti. There's other people who I think are Fulani, or the Hausas. There's other people who, even when you go above Cameroon, you have people who are Igbos. You have people who are Yorubas. You have people who are, you go to South Africa and Zulus. Around the world, you go to Mexico, you have the Hispanics, you have all of these different I can say ethnic groups. um that is why sometimes people choose to refer to me as an Oroco. So when they say Oroco, what they're trying to say is they want to be specific. They want to be specific, especially with the geographic location about where you're coming from. This brings us to the argument of why then will some group of people be called Oroco? Why then will some other group of people be called Bayangi? Why then will some other group of people be called so? Why then will some other group of people be called this or that or that or that? These are questions me and you are supposed to ask ourselves. You understand? Why then should a group of people be called Anglophones? Why then should a group of people be called Francophones? Where are they? Where are these? I don't should I say connotation? Where are these names coming from? Where is all of these titles coming from? We need to ask these questions. We need to look for answers, and we need to look for the best answers, because at the end of the day, what you know is what you will transmit to your kids. What you know is what you will teach your community. What you know is what you will share with the people you meet every now and then. Imagine I am Oroko. Oroko means I come from a region which is Southwest. And in Southwest, you have a division that is called Dian Division. Now, we have some of the Roko people in Dian and in Meme. Growing up, I thought I did not even know that difference. You understand? So when they say you're a Roko, it means you come from this group of people who are based, who occupy Dian Division and some parts of Meme Division. That is who I am. Another way to say, hey, this person is a Roko is you look at this hat, it's common with people from my ethnic group. You understand? It's common with them. They wear these, they wear a white shirt, they tie their sanja, and they start feeling like, oh, I am this guy, I am the. That is it. When they say someone is a Roko, it goes also with what they eat. You understand? If you look at the Roko people, what they eat, it's a little bit different from what the Bafo people eat, or the Bakosi people eat, or the Bayangi people eat, or the this other tribe for Southwest now, the Bangwa people eat, or the Balong people eat, or the Bakweri people eat, or the Saw people eat, or the Mankon people eat, or all of these things. So if you look at the food, the kind of food a specific group of people eat, you can actually say, hey, this is probably from this tribe. The same thing is every time you hear rice, there's just one people that comes to your mind. Every time you hear plantain, there's one group of people that comes to them. Every time you hear achu, there's one group of people. Every time you hear eru, there's a specific group of people that come to your mind. That is about the food. Now, when you go to how people dress, you can actually look at the way someone is dressed and tell this person is from this particular place. Or even if they are not from that particular place, they are actually by the way, I just jumped into this already. It's going to be a show with my guest Gilbert. We're waiting for him to join. We're 20 minutes late already. I hope he gets here on time so we can actually do this and get out of here. So while we're waiting for him, I'll just try to talk about what I know. So right now I'm actually talking about culture. So another way to identify a people's culture or a person's culture is the way they dress. Nowadays, it's common for me to wear jeans and a t-shirt, and I hope you guys can see my sneakers. You understand? And from a distance, anyone will say, oh, maybe he is from the West, because this is how people from the West dress. Now, when you have your hat, people start looking at you like, that looks like a Texas thing. That looks like a cowboy thing. Maybe he's from Texas, right? Now, when I have the regular things that we wear. Let's say I had my white shirt, I had my sanja, and I was like barefooted. I had maybe my beats and all of that. Someone can easily look at me and say, okay, this is a Sawa guy, or this is an Oroko guy, or this is. So for me, when it comes to culture, there are three main things that define a person's culture or a people's culture. These three main things are: look at the way they dress, look at what they eat, and pay attention to their language. Those three things, you can actually use those three things to group people culturally, ethnically. You understand? Now, so for the Oroko man, they speak the Oroko language. Mind you, even within the Oroko clan, we still have small groups of this one, the Nabalwe, these ones are Bakundu, these ones they are this, these ones they are this. We speak almost the same language, but there are some slight difference. There are some little simple differences here and there. You go here, the Oroko man says Njomi, the other one says Njomi, the other one says Njomi. You understand? Like there's just some slight differences. And if you look at this group of people, history will tell you that all of them originated from one place. It's either they had the same parents, and then because of while they were growing up, they had all these division, all this fight, all this property back and forth. Oh, now my property, this. Oh, now you own this. Oh, now my. they started splitting. The stronger person will stay, and then the weaker person will move, either with their wife and children, or if they were not married, they will just move and then probably see a woman somewhere and get married to them. That was how. And then when they get to wherever they get to, they start imposing themselves. They become the king, they become the leader. And because they are coming from a place where they were at different opinions with their brothers or their sisters or their father or whoever, when they get to where they establish themselves as the leaders, they start to make rules over there. They start to say, well, we are not going to say Njomi like those people over there. We are going to say Njomi. We are not going to say uh, 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 I don't know what to say. We're not going to say it like this. We're going to say it like this because we just want to differentiate from them. It's the same thing that happened to America. For those who read history, for those who know their history, how did America got to where America is today? It was a group of people who did not like the way the British were doing things, or the kings back in the days in Britain were doing things, and they decided, you know what, let's just break away from these guys. Man, we feel like things are supposed to be like this. The driving, the steering is not supposed to be this way. It's supposed to be this way. The king was saying, nope, I am the king. It's going to be like that. These people were saying, no, if our community needs to move forward, if our community needs to move faster, if we need to get to a better place, everyone is supposed to have equal right. The government is not supposed to own everything and try to redistribute to the people. No, the people are supposed to own everything, and the government is just supposed to supervise. The king was like, no, 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 it's not going to work like that. And that was how this group of people decided, you know what, we are going to break away from you guys. We are going to form our own country, and we're going to call it the United States. And they fought and fought and fought in a very crazy way. And today we have what is the United States. And if you look at the United States and if you look at Britain, it's just the same thing, but in opposite direction. These people will say, man, I don't, I don't even want to go deep into that. These other people will say gas. These other people will say fuel. These other people will say kilometers. These other people choose to say miles. These other people will choose to say just some simple things, but they're intentional because they wanted to differentiate themselves from where they were coming from. Same thing that is happening in our community today. If we are supposed to grow, if we are supposed to move forward, if we are supposed to get to a place where it's peaceful, it's constructive, if we're supposed to get to a place where we are doing better as a community and not as individuals, we have to understand where we are coming from. We look at the mistakes we make. We look at everything that is causing us to divide, everything that's causing us to fight, everything that is causing us to say, oh, and then we start fixing them. What is scary nowadays is you will meet someone and they'll tell you, I think we are better as a community. I think if we come together as a community, we can do so well. I think if we come together as a community, we can do exceedingly well, especially because you have these qualities and I have these qualities. And then when you're like, I think that is a good idea. Let me call our neighbor from the other side. Let's build a better community because I have this, you have this, and our neighbors have that. This person will go ahead and tell you, no, 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 no. We have to leave those people out of this. We have to leave those people out of this. It's about us. It's about us. It's about us. That is when I start to ask myself the question of, what are you really thinking? What do you have at the back of your mind? Why are you not wanting for us to just stay, just us? Why are you wanting for us to bring in other people? Why are you wanting? Why all these questions pop up whether I would like it or not? All these questions are going to be there whether I would like it or not. And until we start to answer these questions, not only answer these questions in our family meetings, in our cultural meetings, in our traditional groups, in our friends meeting, in our veteran groups, in our small places. Let me, like Jovi said, for our small Njangi housing, until we start answering the questions in public and with a wider audience, and we bring everyone to the table, then only and only when we can get a solution to how we can move forward, and that solution can maybe be sustainable. I use maybe because at the end of the day, it's difficult. It's really difficult for us to have a perfect solution. Probably the reason why God created the world and decided to say, oh, I'll give you guys this language, this guy, this language, so you guys can continue to fight your lives out while I continue to be God. What I'm just saying is, we need to have conversations. I might be right, I might be wrong. You might be right, you might be wrong. But until we get to that place where we can have honest conversations without insults, until we get to that place where we can have honest conversations without saying, oh, this man is emotional. Oh, that man is this. Oh, why are you insulting me? Oh, you are a low life. Oh, one thing I learned, one thing I learned, one thing I learned, by the way, shout out to for its lovers, Infi its lovers. Shout out to Nani Glory. Shout out to my boss, Epule Jeff. One of the persons who would broke some topic there for back, man. When I want to learn, I always go to him. And hey, guy, boss, wait today. He said, okay. Now so it go, now so the thing they happen. But we'll come for public. If you hear the argue, you officially if you hear said argue for public, you officially never teach you. He go teach you for back and then you come for public, you want correct you, and then you correct you, they say you be the boss. That is the mentality, that's the mindset we have in our community. However, I see my boss for background. I just continue, I finish with you, I'll travel talk, and then I'll bring it in. So we need to have these conversations. These are tough conversations, these are rough conversations, these are hard conversations. But if we can find a place where we are not emotional, we are not, I'm not saying we cannot be emotional. Definitely we can get there. But then let's always remember to try to calm down the temper, try to calm down all those stuff. I don't know that. So if we can find a place where we can just have these conversations and still look at each other in the face without trying to bring people down, then there's going to be a sustainable solution. I'll end with this. So many years ago, I dey tongue at you a year. I dey tongue at you I see am. I dey tongue at you I don't experience them. So many years ago, there was a place called I don't even know if it was Southwest back then. Let's just use Southwest. Let's use after 1961. There was a place called after 1961. It was Southern Cameroon. I don't say if give a day for the tell me Southern Cameroon. So many years ago, there was a place called British Southern Cameroon, and coincidentally, this place appeared to be blessed. Coincidentally, shout out to my brother Libuta, MC Libuta. I hope the next time we are having this conversation, I want you to be here, bro. I want you to be in the studio. Let's talk. Coincidentally, this place was located along the coastal areas. And generally, back in the days, the coastal areas was where when these people sailed from wherever they were coming from, they would land there with the things that we called, our grandparents called goodies, clothes. And you see this hat I'm wearing? This is actually one of the, this is actually a symbol of whatever we were getting from the shores. So yeah, there was this group of people located where it was Southern Cameroon, but I think this was a Southern zone, if I remember very well. I start using that word and now they say I'll be amber too. It was a Southern zone. So they were located close to the coastal regions. And because of that, they had certain privileges, they had certain advantages. Not only was this area kind of like had forests, the land was good for farming and all of that, this area was also exposed to the outside world. So trading, a lot of trading was happening around there. Now, our brothers from the north, at one point in time, from the northern zone, decided, you know what? I don't know who started it. I think we really need to find a man. We did the first man from the northern zone for travel come for southern zone. Because that man and legend we need for celebrity. So this was how a group of people decided, you know what? Let's go see what's on the other side. It's still British Southern Cameroon. It's still Africa. They have the rights to travel. And some of them came and the experience was good. And that was how, because the people from the Southern British Southern zone were, I can say, a little bit receptive, because at the end of the day, there is not much story about these people fighting. Oh, we don't want you here. Oh, we don't. So let's say it was receptive. And that was how they came, established a relationship, acquired land, acquired property, acquired family. We intertwine. People they married, people they not married. Some few them they fight for background. So one they need fight for background, leadership, all of these things. But that was how it happened between 1961, I think 1961, up until now. The foundation that of which where you hear today, they say North or South Anglophones and Francophones. That for me, that is the foundation. I go end with this. Whether I like it or not, then the people from Southwest and Northwest, They dey for some place where they no fit ever separate. And if you look am very well, they dey for some place where they like they no fit ever unite. Now, the question now is, what do you want for us to move forward, to forge ahead as a united people, or for us to continue fighting and fighting and fighting, and then wherever it gets us to? I will bring in Gilbert, and I hope I will ask you questions and we go answer. I will get answer for which we will look at. Boss. Welcome.
Thank you, Amula. Sorry, I don't the run up and down the since morning, but I be feel of it run go reach for house before we start our show. Then I just say why not? My students have moto at least begin the talk with you, and then also learn from you. And also you don't go do a lot of research today, so you go bombard the question today. Your bombarded question that today, so
No,
I go feel.
I'll ask questions. I'll ask questions, especially because I been used to joke about this whole thing. I been used to joke about, if I say joke about, I name not like say I be the joke, but I never take I'm serious the way I don't realize it be serious. People then they ready for I don't know, but it's serious past way to the thing. So maybe that address and the way we I supposed to address them, because so many people are watching the videos we put out. So many people not the only watch, and they watch them and then play them for their picking them. Just between when we did that show and today, so many people, I don't walk into so many places, especially events. And so person walk come to me, Salome, say, hey, I see when I show you na Gilbert. Good conversation, but when I be careful the one the when I manage. And by the way, bring me for the show next time. I get this and this for talk. And like now two side, two people from two different I feel say quarter. The man go come me, tell me, drive me coming for that sepa. That two when I be talk about that lamp palawa massa. It hurt me when I in the country so the sell and it hurt me. The other man go drag me for corner, call me, tell me, say, hey, Papa, yeah, I know say na so, but una know say. So it means say the conversation we they try to get and a conversation where so many people they get them for background. But the bad thing about that is if not only Kumba picking the or only Oroko picking the gather for that place, forget the conversation. What do you think they go end with? They go end with a solution where go favor na Oroko picking them. If not only Bayangi, then they go end with a solution where go favor not only Bayangi picking them. If not only our brother them from Northwest, my saying saw people, they go end with a solution where it go only favor na people from Saw. That is why it's important for us to get in public and share our ideas. Now, for that people, the way they'll come take 3 hours interview, go cut 2 seconds. Because according to them, the one drag Gilbert down or the one drag Nasako, una continue. One thing be certain, history will prove all of them wrong. Boss, you are you say we go up and down. I hope you never pick 9 to 5 for America.
No. I just get na hustler, so they always run around for do other things. Since first they come now, so I get a lot of run around for do November and next month. So from the 9th to the 15th, we'll get the Cameroon International Music Festival for Boya. So there's a lot of work to be done. There are some kind of people that want to bring them for Cameroon this year, so it requires a lot of running around. Yeah, but I
Boss,
really
what's your
appreciate
definition
you.
of culture?
I really appreciate you a lot for this initiative, and I like the fact that you don't stand your grounds, so you go still do what you get for do. My definition of culture, na for me, culture na an identity.
Mm-hmm.
Culture na an identity, and culture come with it like a tree where
Mm-hmm.
you get a lot of branches the way you fit identify as a cultural background. It
Mm-hmm.
come with the language of a people is culture, the dressing of a people is culture, the food is culture, the lifestyle itself is culture.
Mm-hmm.
So when a particular group of people identify through a particular way of life,
Mm-hmm.
that is culture for me.
So, from which we you talked about the language, you talked about the food, you talk about lifestyle, when probably the way they dress, right?
Yes.
Now, the three main things in that we would define a people's culture at every given time. That is why,
Yes.
and I think that was similar thing to what I said when I started. That is why you can look at a group of people and say these people are Oroko, and these people are Bayangi, these people are Ansor, these people are Betty, and
Mm.
all of that. Now, for you, how important is culture to community building? How important for us to understand and know our culture, and then build the community around we to a bigger community?
Well, when it comes to cultural affiliations and responsibilities in every cultural group, individuals have to stand up. That's why you have community leaders and you have elite have to
Mm-hmm,
stand up to protect the cultural heritage of their people, while
mm-hmm,
at the same time trying to introduce civilization through education, and also try for introduce other aspects the way if you make life better through healthcare.
mm-hmm,
But now the social cultural identity of a people will be now comprised uh, of different subgroups. Then where if you now come to identify as a nation, like how we consider ourselves to be Cameroonians, and
mm-hmm,
now there is the social cultural identity of a collective. Where if you consider them as a nation, as a people, where we
mm-hmm,
be Cameroonians, but the cultural identity or the cultural heritage of a people, it can only align itself with a particular group of people and a particular group of a particular clan. So if we get for work for actually develop our individual communities, then our
mm-hmm,
individual tribes,
mm-hmm,
then the youth leaders, the chiefs, and the elites, they get for work hard for bring developmental ideas for their communities. That's why if
mm-hmm,
you go for some communities, they get community levy, then where every month, every person from that community must contribute money for the community projects. And
mm-hmm,
then now, when you come now to like a nation where you get to align and respect the obligations the way they be designed or prescribed by the state. Then now
mm-hmm,
the social cultural um, aspects of it come to play. Where
mm-hmm,
okay, you know, say okay, you get for pay your taxes. You and when 20 make when I get for go march.
mm-hmm,
When you pass the one low down the flag of Cameroon, you get for stand. If you
mm-hmm.
reach a place they sing national anthem, you get for also stand. So those are social cultural aspects of a people. But you
Can
know,
you add the part you meet us some people that chief you want salute you get for, so one day you get for move your cap sleeve for down, so one day that modern
yeah,
day
all
chief
those things.
yeah,
All those things.
yeah,
When you visit any community, you
yeah,
get to also identify with the cultures of those people. Them, and
mm-hmm.
you also respect the cultures of those people. Them, it's so very important. And then it makes social cohesion easy.
I want me to reiterate the fact, say, when we talk about culture, it's not only about our people, it's not only about Cameroon or Anglophones or Africans. Even for America, where they travel all this time around, they get cultures in the different states, they get their cultures. They will reach to some place. You cannot do this, you cannot do that, you cannot do certain things. I don't know, push a little bit on that.
You know, one of the best states the one I like of America now the state of Utah,
Mm-hmm.
where they get an African kind of vibe. You know, if you marry
Mm-hmm.
two woman, three woman, you know, the whole America it
See,
tells you you go
see.
marry now.
See, and let's say Jeff does that thing, say, hey, I got to move, go to that side.
No, the state of Utah, I must stay, I must stay, I must stay there. Because the America would, I don't share. All the get all this, yeah, but yeah, no, I want my man to myself. No, for that side, problem not the.
Yeah.
Problem not the. So any if you marry two woman, then you not get problem. And America, so America be designed in a way, you know, that's why America, most of the state they get their own parliaments then, because they get to actually identify their own way of life and protect their own way of life. The state of Texas gets your own way of life. The state of
Mm-hmm.
New York get a way of life. New York are expression they different from somebody who come out Texas,
Yeah.
and they get different ways of looking at things. So all them get their own state parliaments, the way that they actually protect those little specificities, the way it make them a people. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why in Cameroon it is important for move Cameroon forward to that position of a federal system where every state will fit get your own parliament, your own assembly for actually protect your own identity because the
Mm-hmm.
identity are not the same. You see, like when you come to Manu used to be very big. Manu used to
Mm-hmm.
be right up to Nguti.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? But after a while, a certain politician come, decides, okay, made a cut from Eyang, bring him to Nguti, join him with Bangem, create another
Division.
division on his own. And then they cut Lebi Alem to, because Lebi Alem 2 used to be part of Manu. They cut and to create another division. Because even when you go for Bacho, where they drive
Mm-hmm.
towards Bamenda, you'll see right of villages like Kendem, Number. Some of those
Mm-hmm.
villages, we see talk Kenyan, even on the northwest, they see
Mm-hmm.
talk Kenyan right up to somebody for Widikum, they actually understand Kenyan.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody from Number and Kendem, they actually understand. So these are people the way na cousins them and brothers them and in-laws them we
Mm-hmm.
just live. So now just a political definition just comes say, okay, from here to this river, Koso, una be northwest, from here to this river, una be Manu, from here to this river, una be this. So most of those things now just political uh, 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 definitions for actually group of people. It might be for the better of the people, it might be for the disadvantage of the people. But in the one for Cameroon, it's mostly for the disadvantage of the people.
Yeah, even me, I believe say it was for the disadvantage of the people, because if these people actually understand who we are, as a group of people, as Oroko people, or as Sawa people, or as Grassfield people, they know go actually divide and the way they divide them. Because for me, that division are one of the biggest problem the way it will get them for our community nowadays. I don't know if that's how you feel, but the question I want to ask you is, we don't move from one place to another, division upon division upon division upon division upon division. Do you think we are better off just moving forward for Saudi now, or we need to go back for a particular a sphere will be there before we start thinking about moving forward?
Well, you see, like right now, politicians they don't introduce greed into why they want certain divisions and why they don't want certain divisions.
Mm-hmm.
So if they talk say, okay, moving forward on a 10 state federation where it will give legitimacy and autonomy for each region for manage your own affair. It's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Say
Mm-hmm.
Southwesterners, they decide on how their way of life. If they decide so, okay, they want the build as so, they want the number their house and as so, then it go feel work for them. They will improvise and they will introduce that culture and it will work for them.
Mm-hmm.
But now when you look at why the politicians and they no one or they want they no one make will go back move take some steps back for actually revisit when Cameroon be there from 1961 to 1972 where be there in a two-state system, West
Mm-hmm.
Cameroon and East Cameroon, is not to the advantage of the collective, it's the advantage of a few. The few people the way they believe say okay, if at the end of the day they should go back to that system, it's going to give birth to a new generation of Anglophone elites or Anglophone political class where they will fit make some dynamic changes them and where they fit vote. Because in that confederation where the Southern Cameroon is function on their own and the East Cameroon, the French Cameroon is function on their own, or West and East Cameroon, the people of Southern Cameroon will fit talk say, okay, we want to introduce a double nationality status for all sons and daughters of Southern Cameroon. The
Mm-hmm.
Assembly of Southern Cameroon will vote for that, and then okay, Sako, you be a Cameroonian, where you be an American, you can fly to Tico Airport without taking a visa. But if you want to fly to
That
French
same
Cameroon,
that's that same thing will happen even for under 10 states, right?
no, it don't happen on that 10 state because at that point the two subsystem not there because when you go for Hong Kong, right? For example, in China, all the Chinese of Hong Kong background, they have double nationality. But the Chinese of mainland China, then they accept double nationality. You
Why?
understand?
Because for their
Because
state, it not there so, right?
for Hong Kong now an autonomous region, same like
Yeah.
Monaco, same like other places. There are so many communities in this world in autonomous region. So Anglophone Cameroon can still be an autonomous region where they get right for
No,
actually.
Gilbert, you remix some and a wider way you may ask that question. When we are going back to East and West, Are we East because we are autonomous, or we are East because we are a state in Cameroon? East, are we East because we are autonomous, or we are East because we are part of Cameroon? Natina, I want to ask him.
Well, in the two Cameroons who know, right,
Yes.
Sako, from
Yeah.
reading from our books and we don't see them. You
Mm-hmm.
even understand, say, back in the days, in the Southern Cameroons, we get their own national team, and they even invite other international partners that can play ball. I will send you
That was after 1961.
after 1961, even China, they actually play a match with the Southern Cameroons or West
Mm-hmm.
Cameroon back in the
Mm-hmm.
day. So there are so many things the way the benefits they did plenty when you recognize the two subsystem and you allow everyone.
Given
When you
my
go for
question
time,
was
when
simple,
you go,
are we
may
going
I
back as
finish
an
now?
autonomous state, or because I get follow-up question? If you
I
just
need for
say,
break them up, because if you just say man say yes or no, then I know if you break them down, then you don't really understand. If you go for Tanzania today, Tanzania be made up of two people. You get the Zanzibar and Tanganyika. Now, if you go even deeper, you say even the two states they get their different flag them. But when you see them on international scene, they actually get now one country. They call it Tanzania, where you bring the two people then together. Now, for these two people, then one be economically vibrant through tourism and other aspects them, and then the other one now you get now the administrative presence and administrative responsibility. So coming back to Cameroon, yes, if we manage the two system them side by side, we will not necessarily break Cameroon, because as an individual, I don't think say I'll be one of those people the way really they like 100% say made the two Cameroon made a separate. But I think say the two Cameroons they get different cultural identity and different cultural values them. Where if the two they be respected, I think we will definitely move forward in the right direction. But as of now, if we not take the bull by the horn and will not take the courage for really look and accept these cultural differences, then there's always going to be one person who's always going to feel like they are being marginalized. And as of now the people of Southern Cameroon be marginalized.
Give an officer, you still answer my question. My question was simple. Do you think when we go back to the two-state system where you talk, we the East Cameroon, as we used to be, they used to call we, are we going to be autonomous, as in we can actually make laws in our land without consulting? Because for America get 50 states, but at the end of the day, you make laws for the land, you still consult with the federal system. Now, so it work.
Well,
It not be like,
that's what I'm saying. I say there are laws that are federal and there are laws that are states.
yeah.
So in America, every state gets your own law. That's why
Mm-hmm.
if are you a big resident of Texas today, to the best of my knowledge, the
Mm-hmm.
day we move, say you want to move to Maryland, if you stay for Maryland for up to 3 months, then you change your license and your number plate to
Yeah.
Maryland. So those are state laws. And when
Mm-hmm.
you stay for the state of Maryland will issue you a Maryland state ID if you not
Mm-hmm.
get a federal ID when a driver's license. And even when you
Mm-hmm.
get a driver's license when a federal, when you stay for Maryland for 3 months, you get to go for RM, you go change your license to Maryland
Mm-hmm.
license, right? So
Mm-hmm.
those are the things that way the federal government will actually be responsible for things like money. It will be
Mm-hmm.
responsible for the military, diplomacy, um,
Nationality.
nationality, economy. It gets in the way they be allocated for the federal government.
Yeah.
And inside the federal government, you get road. Then if you talk say this road are state federal roads.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you talk say okay for come out for a cock, so they go reach for Garwa, na federal road. For come out for Bamenda, pass so they go reach for Baturi, na federal road. For come out for Limbe, go reach for Nkambe, na federal road. And then now when you look now inside the state road, if you talk say okay, for come out for Kumba, go reach for Mato, that one a state road. You remain at the level of the state for manage some of those
Give on,
responsibilities.
move on. I still strongly believe you never answer my question. I be hope so you tell me say yes. The eastern part of the country will be autonomous. They need to report to Yaoundé. They need to report to any person. They stay there and they do
The
everything that they want to do.
autonomy not give you,
Gilbert,
not mean say
let me try even talk no small time they'll say they caught you. Small time that people will come for comment sections how they caught you, are they disrespect and all of that. So I be say you tell me say yes, so the east part will be autonomous. They don't owe any explanation to any person. They make that decision, all of that. But I get one other thing where I want answer. One of the challenges we will get when it comes to this East Cameroon, this going back to 1961 and or we as Anglophones, blah blah blah. One of the challenges they put get and I say when you do want go back to 1961, the culture of the people who do want respect them, now that which was imposed to us by a foreigner who did not even understand. There's a group of people called Graphi, there's a group of people called Sawa, and all of that. What is your take on that? Why should we go back to respecting lines that were put in place by an oppressor who did not even understand our culture, who even if they understood maybe they understood our culture, but they decided to split us because that was the better way to rule us, divide and rule. Why should we go back and respect those lines that were created by a divide and rule colonial master?
First of all, history don't teach we say the Germans actually colonized the Cameroons with K. The Germans did not colonize the Cameroon with K. The Germans came and they did not set up in the Cameroon. They set up in Fernando Po, which is today Equatorial Guinea.
Yeah.
And then they administer the Cameroons from Boya. So they didn't set up in Boya. That's number one. Number two, the Germans, like the British, did not come to impose on the people. They came through indirect rule. So, first of all, the British, they be actually set up a system where they will work with the communities and the chiefs and all of that. They will not be the imposed on the chief. They will the administer in collaboration with the chief, where they indirect rule. They allow the people to do their own. But when you cross the Mongo, you go to French Cameroon. The French were the ones who were imposing and infringing in the Francophone their way of life, their system, and even their political decisions and being made by the French, where they be actually colonized the French Cameroon. Southern Cameroon was never colonized. You should understand, hear me fine, it was never colonized. It was actually a German territory which was being administered from Boya, where even part of Chad be inside, part of Central Africa they inside, Equatorial Guinea all be they part of that German Cameroon. But when they will win the Germans, they can split that Cameroon now. Equatorial Guinea go your own side, part of Chad go your own side, Congo go your own side, part of Nigeria go your own side. You can't remember that two zone the way you get British Southern, not British Southern Cameroon and the Southern Cameroons. Now after that, before that, the two territory then where you get the Northern British Southern Cameroon and the Southern British Southern Cameroon, they were being administered by the British through indirect rule. They not be actually imposed on the people then. They be rule them, they be actually administer them through the chiefs and the elites them. That's why the Southern Cameroon had its own government, but it was being administered by a governor from the British. Now, when you see that culture, whether people they grow with that culture, where they know how to do their own things, to when we move to join French Cameroon, now there is this SDO thing, there's this DO thing, there's this governor thing, and then you see them acting with a different way of life. Now, they way they create the animosity, that they way they create the tension. And where if they go back for that two-state federation, in my opinion, it will likely solve some of this problem. And because the people will go back for their indirect rule way, we go fit manage our cooperative, we go fit manage our water system, we go fit manage our Isaac and now Isaac and that dirty company don't check, they don't leave them dirty the whole place. Council, we go fit whole council responsibility. One of the biggest problems we get for Anglophone Cameroon now the lack of accountability by the people that they believe in the central system will be there for Yaoundé. Did I answer your question?
I don't think so. You answer my question.
Again?
Sorry. Yeah, that particular question you not answer. My question is simple. We were a people before the Germans. You know one better. After the Germans, there was the British, Southern and Northern Cameroons, and there was La Republique. My ask the question now for simple way. Now, who draw that line say now British Southern Cameroon is now our chiefs and our local leaders were forefather, or now who draw that line? Say the one then a British Southern Cameroon. Now put that line.
Well, that is same to I go see explain for you say. No, that question will be answer like na France or na British. I go see be say when they be win the Germans them.
Who them?
The coalition, because there was a coalition to fight the
The
Germans.
coalition be now who them?
If we did the British, if we did the Americans, if we did most of the whole world be the fight against the Germans. So
Okay.
now when they become for how they when the League of Nations she don't say made a divide Africa when they partition Africa as a do
Okay.
they be
League of
they be
Nations.
yes when they become Naka she don't for they be ask the people them our
Yeah.
forefathers them our chiefs
Yeah.
them whether they be comfortable for be with the French and they say no we don't be we used to this lifestyle
Mm-hmm.
so you understand so
Mm-hmm.
they be actually cut that part of
When you say by them be caught, you mean now who? The Westerners,
the
right?
League of Nations the Westerners so they be cut
Okay.
that territory where the territory number one at that point for be aligned with which way the French already get and say no we no one we for be with that people them
Mm-hmm.
more could be our own so now for them they can create another Southern Cameroon territory where it be because the people that don't become too used to for the indirect rule process where they be doing our business people them and they be make their commission them where they be don't the chiefs they be don't implement their taxes the way when they pass so they with their goods them for go for Bimbia where they carry their ship them for go with their slaves them and everything they pay royalty to the communities. So the community they say no, we no one for be with this side, we prefer for be we for here. So based on that argument, you make a way that we fit identify say, okay, these people we form them as a block. And when they've set them as a block, then they start function. I don't know what I don't see answer your question. But it was not really the decision of just the Western and it happened with a consultation of the people.
Baba big now another grandfather call me. I be get for Alijo answer and then give it to you one time.
All
Um
right.
yeah, I go on so plenty way. If I not answer, I don't die. No, they connect me that oxygen. If I do was how I did, I do it to I do. I'm now the fuel. So
It is well.
in as much as you don't just manipulate your answer like that politician for Buya, I will just take the answer for which we did. Now, this
Now
is my
history,
thing.
I no manipulate answer, I just give you history.
No, I understand history. Like I said, you every time, I maybe don't tell me say every time you ask someone a yes or no question and they choose for explain, just know say they be politician, and I don't tell you what the politician they do. So so boss, this is my thing, and that is one concern people in our community have. You understand? We don't have a
Mm-hmm.
problem living together, but we feel like if we go by culture where you don't define and say now the way a people dress, now the way a people eat, now the way a people speak, you will easily group Cameroon into either four or I don't know. You understand? This group of people for here, they chop na so, they talk na so, they get these similar things in. Why do you? I want me to explain for Cameroonians, or me explain for we, not even Cameroonians. Me explain for we why you think say it be important for we for respect now that colonial lines instead for we for try for go back and regroup the grassfield people from the western region and people from northwest. They have similar culture. They dress the same way. They eat almost the same thing. Even the way they talk, the way they respect their leaders. It's completely different from the one on the world get them for Southwest here, where most of them also where they are gene and whatever. Most of them. Why do you not think? Do you not think it's important? It will be more important or be more helpful for we to go back to rebuilding our original community instead of focusing on these colonial lines that were imposed by, like you talk, the League of Nations, people who probably did not even understand us, people who probably did not care about us, people who did it intentionally. They took the Bakweri man, like you don't talk. Bakweri man na sour man, Douala man na sour man. Back in the days, these people were probably one. But then they decided, you know what, we will draw a line for here, make the one talk French, make the one talk English, and then because of that, they will probably say a fight. They'll go for Manfe, unless you don't talk. The Ejara man there for here, they say no, the one that will remain for Nigeria. The same way you say even for Manfe, some group of people there for Northwest, where I don't know if you say that they talk or they just understand the language because they're closer to Manfe. The same thing they do for Western region. Don't you think we should be looking for, if we really want so unity way, if we help us grow as a community, we should be looking at, let us re-establish those cultural lines, those cultural ties that are stronger, and then that way will grow now to a bigger community instead of respecting the colonial lines. Where it, for me personally, I feel like it's coming from somebody who did not respect us, who did not know us, or intentionally want us to divide us so we can continue to fight.
Well, I wish it was that easy for us to say they should go back to that times when will not be get no boundaries, we just get na traditional herds them and villages them. But even at that time where we get just traditional herds them and traditional leaders them, there was still different rivals of different villages fighting the other village to actually claim that territory of the village for different reasons. Maybe
Yeah.
their soil being more fertile, or maybe they will get access to the river way now for the Oman go carry water, or maybe they get access to a salt point where now for they go carry salt for can cook and go make salt, or maybe for so many reasons then we get tribal wars on every day. People, they tribes, different tribes that they kill different tribes. So when they become so okay, make they draw some of the boundaries then. So but the boundaries they actually help for keep people alive and for keep people going. They not be they not look the boundaries them all in from a negative point. There were
Mm-hmm.
so many reasons then why those boundaries then they play a role when these people them. I'm not only look at the Westerners and when they become for our communities and say now they bring all the problem for our communities. Because even when you look at our communities today, the man when I be champion made a split Manfi, remove Nguti, Manyemen, all those communities, the way they see be Enombi, Ashumbi, where all the street of Kenyan, not in a Western and come now, a politician, now he talks, because you know, we see and say, we get enough credibility or, we get enough grounds in the system where we say, Manu, elite them, that we don't dominate the whole that community. He go for your own day, he try for lobby, create put your own argument for table before one know they don't cut them, give them their own division. Same like Libya them. So sometimes the way people they ask for different region them, they like how now yeah you come on Zian. Nzian Elise they talk say no, they don't want two state federation. They don't even want 10, they want 11 because they want me to cut Fako join and Nzian create another one. You get some people that took for Northwest they talk say no, they want me to even create Northwest and may they join Northwest
Southwest.
and West region create
Ah.
another. So that just so these are political arguments the way people they do it for selfish reasons. They need to do it
Mhm.
for the interest of the people. Now, when people don't become comfortable or people don't live a particular lifestyle where they be comfortable with that lifestyle, you can't just
Mhm.
take away that lifestyle from them by force. Like what is
Mhm.
happening today in Cameroon. Now the fact say they try to take a particular lifestyle from a group of people. Now you don't create this revolt. The revolt
Mhm.
not start in 2016. The revolt start from when Funcha them and Muna them they be actually see and say things were not going according to how they be plan them and how they
Mhm.
be agree with Aijo. They start revolt and now they say they start go round for the 13 different subdivision them for or the division them for actually tell them so we'll be sorry for which how we don't mislead una and how we take una through this journey where we'll never see the end the way we be supposed to do. It not been a white man, I can do that one. Every bad political decision will be made in any nation is not it should not be blamed to the white man. The Anglophone crisis will be properly better managed by the Cameroonians themselves. But greedy politicians there's not be one for sit down for talk. And even the ones that they be saying they sit down for talk for end the crisis. Now the same greedy politicians and now they start go after them. So when you talk about like which way it happen for Cameroon particularly. I don't think we should be blaming the white man or blaming the colonial people that they become. I think say we're supposed to look
Bros
and
Gilbert,
yes.
I not think say I dey blame them. I dey just state facts the same way you do the state facts. As like I said, they either did it unknowingly, they either divided, either partition them where they no know say they so now a group of people this, now sour people this, now grassfield people this. Either they maybe know, or they be know very well say all the group of people so now grassfield. They get the same culture, they dress the same way, they eat the same thing, they speak almost the same way. But they say, you know what? If we divide them, it go create some. Like I said, either they do it intentionally or intentionally. At the end of the day, they already do them. My question now: do you think it would be preferable for us to be fighting to establish these lines that were forced, were imposed on us? Some person don't can comment for they say He talk about it. I think that should be. Let's just move jump now. The other question where some person don't come up with the Simon Miller Accord. Do you know about the Simon Miller Accord?
Yes.
Wait till be
But
talk.
the Simon Miller Accord not be implemented in, enough it be introduced or enough it be enforced in the current status where Cameroon there for inside, because that's the thing where that will get with Cameroonians. I think would they actually deviate from the current situation we'll get them at hand. They will start try to look into something where it not be feasible, and it not will even be feasible for even open a topic
And
of
that will not be
conversation.
feasible now. Waiting.
That will not be feasible. Now the fact say make today, for example, like which you dey ask me, make we talk say okay, more not recognize the lines them or the boundaries them where they don't be introduced in our constitution, where it don't be introduced into in our way of life, where we
By the
don't live with
colonial
them for,
master.
yeah, by the colonial master, as you call them, because the colonial master not only come for Africa, even America, the colonial master also come for America. That's why you there for Texas, and by the time you want drive enter Arizona, so okay, I'm in Arizona. The colonial,
Mhm.
the colonial lines are not just end now only for Africa. The colonial lines they also they, even in the Western world. That's why when you go for France, you want take boat for go for you do leave with boat from Nice to go to Monaco. As you dey reach for that middle water, you just say welcome to Monaco. Those colonial lines they there for they not only end only for Africa. So when we
Mhm.
blame the when we blame or we try for one talk like say that the colonial lines them or the colonial masters they be the responsible for the current situation we find ourselves inside, I think we dey actually miss the point. The point here, and I say waiting, I say whether the colonial lines or not, if we get mutual respect for each other, and then we'll get the interest of the vast majority at heart, then it will for likely avoid some of these things. If there was no brutality or intimidation or abuse on the people of English Cameroon, then maybe we'll not for even get the war way they now they go on. If Aicho respected the terms and conditions reached to them between him and Foncha's government, I think we'll get for then we'll not go need for even the argue whether they don't draw some line, invisible line where he talks to the one and meme, or don't draw some invisible line where he talks to the one and fako. So me and the one look from that point. I want look based on the individuals, their mindset. Why be say this will say when you come for a country like United Arab Emirates, the United Arab Emirates be made up of 5 families. So but these 5 families they don't decide so okay, we want to make the lifestyle of our people very, very comfortable. They decide so they want to build their country. Now you go for Dubai, it's a touristic hub. Now you go for Abu Dhabi, it's an administrative hub. But when you go for Sharjah, you get other communities away, now still part of that United Arab Emirates. But you go envy them, you go jealous them. The people do not need for stocks, okay, they want revolt, they want start broken them because the lifestyle of the people, they okay. Now the leadership that even missing, and now the
So
leadership that need to find.
so the travel talk and say now because the leadership be missing where we now want go back for 1961.
Yes, if you marry a woman and then the woman carry you, I say you need to treat you fine. Why? You go on for come out for the marry now. True or
And
false?
even if and so what you technically talk to now say when we go back for 1961, if the people of Ndian they decide say, you know what, we two no one relationship way they actually can bring me inside because of after the First World War. Is that okay?
Yeah, just like if you divorce today with your woman, then you and your woman are born like three picking them, and then the woman carry the picking and they give custody for the picking, and the picking they go rich, and then one picking talk say, I can't live with you, mom, because I can't live this kind of life. I want to move to my own. The
So
picking fit likely move.
Gilbert, maybe even situation for Pekin. When you say situation of Pekin, you're making it sound like Ndiana Pekin from a Pekin product from the relationship between no Ndian
No,
also.
Indiana be picking product from a relationship between La République du Cameroon and Southern Cameroon.
Yep.
Indiana a picking product from Southern Cameroons.
And even things that I Pekin product from Southern Cameroon because Dan TV
Because
claims say,
because
hey,
Southern
I'm a
Southern
person.
Southern
No.
Southern Cameroon Southern
There
Cameroon is
was
a block.
Ma, can I? I'm not even talking about Ndian. I'm talking about the Oroko people. The Oroko people existed before Southern Cameroon existed. So you never thought
Fine.
say now Southern Cameroon born Oroko people. No, Oroko people exist as an entity, as an individual before Southern Cameroon exists. So what you're telling me is if
Just
some group
like
of
just
people
like the
decide
just
to,
like the just like the Biafrans were existing before the creation of Nigeria.
and that is exactly what I'm saying. That is what I'm
Yes.
saying. I get that there's some person don't comment this guy Elvis something something. Elvis, I think say next time I'll bring you for here for argue Gilbert. You dare you to get details and for this thing like it don't actually post the Franco British declaration. I don't know if you get some more time or look at.
Yeah, if you Google I'm online, I don't know about
Yeah,
anything
I think
about
it
it.
already post them. I will already get them for yeah. I see if
Okay.
I expand and make people see them. Okay, so for move with this small line in the same thing. Viscount Miller, Secretary of State, blah 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 blah. A description of the Franco-British frontier. And by the way, one of the claims they will make is say when they will do this the accord, they did not contact the chiefs or anything. Is that true or false?
Most of the accord the way they make them during the partition
Yeah,
uh, of the entire world,
yeah.
a lot of the chiefs and leaders and from those communities were not consulted. That is
Thank you.
wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So now you get what I'm saying. Even when you go for China, places like Tibet,
Mm-hmm.
they will actually be on their own.
Mm-hmm.
But China, when a superpower decides he must take Tibet by force, just like China want take Taiwan by force. So
Mm-hmm.
those things that happen. But
Mm-hmm.
when the people don't live a particular lifestyle, they be comfortable in that particular lifestyle, and then you want to impose your system of governance or your system of managerial skills upon them where they not be comfortable, it always result to conflict.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you look and find Hong Kong, they protest almost every day, say they don't want certain laws the way mainland China want bring up for them. They don't want them. You go to
Mm-hmm.
Hong Kong, they speak English. Their motto, then they are steering there for this other side. You know, they like the mainland China was steering there for this side. So they get
Mm-hmm.
their own lifestyle where they be comfortable. They get their prime minister, they get their things the way they do them. They manage their own stock market and everything. Now
Mm-hmm.
that's autonomy. When you
Mm-hmm.
come for Canada, where you get the Quebecois, they get their own lifestyle where they different from the main Canadians, but still now one nation. But these are internal policies and when if you do them in a way the people then on the other side they not feel marginalized or they not feel oppressed or they not feel cheated. So for me, not even these declarations them or treaties the way people don't sign them, now it matter. If you sign those treaties them, but you manage your people well, look at Rwanda. Rwanda was once a French colony. But after a
Mm-hmm.
time, Rwanda talks say no. After the Rwanda genocide, when Kagame take power, okay, no. Rwandans, and what do you people want? They say they want this particular kind of lifestyle. They no one for even talk in French at all again. Rwanda moved from there to English to an English nation. It changed the policies then. But now what is making Rwandans happy? What is making Rwandans respect the law and not throwing garbage on the street, not standing by the roadside for pee like where you stand for Yaoundé, some person who stand on middle road the peace. Now, because the people that like that particular lifestyle, not that one way that they impose on them, they preface and they this and that. Now it's more collective. It's an
Mm-hmm.
indirect rule system where the councils that they do their work, the council they get budget where they are located for never do their work. Where if you don't do them, the people that will hold you accountable. That is what I think should be the preoccupation of everybody. Not forget, say even person like Mancho BBC. Mancho BBC did not go on the street as an Ambazonia. Mancho BBC went on the street to protest against the governor, the government delegate of Bamenda. Say road don't spoil. So when people and then when he do and so what did he do? Since the government delegate at that time get contacts with big official then he call now, like wait till the have Cameroon. The boy so the boy don't do so after me. Bam, they start follow Mancho. Before one know Mancho don't become radicalized. So those are the kind of things that what the trial talk say. In an indirect rule, in a system where the people of Southern Cameroon don't be comfortable for over time for where they manage their own affairs then, that will actually be a panacea for the whole Cameroon for copy that same system, implement them in the north, in the far north and everywhere so that Cameroonians they feel live well. No, now we get dirty where they the whole streets. You go Boya, you know if you breathe. You go Manfe, you know if you breathe. You go Limbe, na chaos. That time you go feel work fine.
Okay, and I understand you very well. So your argument, I say the Anglophone people, right? They really
Mm-hmm.
feel like, hey, we get our lifestyle, we don't live on for some time, and we want to continue with that lifestyle. So we think say When I broke the cake, so it go better. That's the same way within the Anglophone community. Some people feel like, some group of people, they feel like, no, we Southwestern and they got our own lifestyle. We are lazy people. We like to sell land. We like for Taiwan Sanja. We like for wear hats and all of that stuff. We feel like this other group of people are too hardworking. These other people are too old. They're over serious and all of that. So we too feel they say we'll not go and be with them. Now the same way tomorrow you'll come for Southwest. So other man will say, oh, now we get a petrol. Now we been Jan people. Now me I be Jan Pikin. Now me I get to be head of Pamo. Why they go bring some person in and Jan Pikin for can be head of Pamo when Pamo then have our land, Pamo blah 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 blah. The oil they that is for me. That is the argument I they bring forth. The more we say no more cut and so cut and so cut and so, now the more it will continue for the cut down the road. But I want point you to something. You get your argument where you make it every time, every now and then end. I look at the time, I just laugh. You always say, oh, the greedy politicians, they want this because they know say it will benefit them. They greedy that they want this because it will benefit them. So many people don't come from my inbox tell me to say, you Gilbert, you want some certain way of life, some certain demarcation of Cameroon, because you know say it will actually benefit you and your personal projects.
Okay, agreed. It will benefit me, no doubt. 100% will benefit me. First, in the current status quo of Cameroon, and looking at what I do as a filmmaker, as a content creator, as somebody where they make money by trying to entertain people and make money, like what they happen for Nigeria, America, and other countries. And these guys, they look very, very successful. They are living a better lifestyle. They are not being mocked. Say they not fit, they have nothing to show for as how Jeffrey Pule, myself, Chief of Valerie, and the others, they be mocked every day for Cameroon. So when I do that on a film, we not even see what they do. That because there are policies and there are things the way they work. Yes, if they recognize the two-soft system, automatically monetization will be easy in the West Cameroon. If they recognize the two-soft system, then okay, Netflix, Amazon, Hulu, and Tubi will do business with us because it's an Anglo-Saxon platform. Yes, I get my interest at heart when I work on that. But in the one Cameroon policy, those privileges they don't meet me, and those privileges they already meet my brothers on French Cameroon way. Canal Plus, A Plus, TV5, all of them, they buy content will be created by French Cameroonians, and they make money, they are living well, but we are not living well, not because we are not creating content, but simply because we not get the means or even monetize the content we create them for English Cameroon, because we'll be handicapped or we'll be prisoned by a system where it be very, very much more oppressive and repressive and marginalizing our effort. Then I get for work hard for say, okay, make the authority understand the damage that they do in the implementation of this one Cameroon, rather than seeing, say, there are two subsystems the way they get for exist side by side, where if those two subsystems exist side by side, then we are going to be beautiful. Do not mistake me complaining about this process where it need to work for me and my brothers and sisters and my loyalty and my Cameroonianness. I'm a proud Cameroonian, but the system that is currently ruling me as a Cameroonian is handicapping me, and it's handicapping more than 1 million Anglophones who are content creators who want to grow in this domain of filmmaking. So when that person talk that for you, he be right. But he can understand to say, I need to do that because of say, I want to make feel say he be wrong. I do and I say make you understand say be right. I make it take the message, go down for the people the way if he say no, say this is the reason why me I did and say we get for recognize the two soft system. Did I answer your question?
Now the only question that you don't answer for where I enjoy them.
Okay.
Now the only question that I answer. So my follow-up question will be now: do you think this same system where you want me to identify and for Cameroon, if it still work under a 10 state, so we'll get Northwest, Southwest, when an English speaking a part of the country, but they exist as two different states, and I'll get the other 8 states them. But then Cameroon government will push for identify Cameroon as a country where be bilingual.
Well, Cameroon already as a day, except say people no know Cameroon not a one country. Cameroon are a country with two subsystems. We'll get Cameroon a bilingual, bijural, and a bicultural country. It day for constitution. They want them na me talking. a day for day. Now, in the Cameroon, what we talk about now the implementation of way a day way make we as Cameroonian way it come with a lot of benefit. Now, he be the problem. One Cameroon, the one for suppress the benefits, the way the other Cameroon stand for get them. Now for they the animosity to be because if me and you don't be Sako, I don't come for Houston for Dallas. Can't hold meeting with Google, and I come
Yeah.
back actually yourself as a Sako. Now today Google they tell me say they will monetize YouTube for Cameroon, but they not even monetize YouTube for the whole Cameroon. They will monetize YouTube only for Northwest and Southwest and an Anglophone block. You Sako in the time where I be the fight for get Netflix. You be one of those people the way I the call say Sako that they don't talk for Netflix office will do how you give your own insight. Netflix could not come to the entire Cameroon because Cameroon is highly francophonized and Cameroon is considered as a francophone country. We get to go through different means, them different channels of proof say, okay, we'll be Cameroonians, so but we not be francophones. So do not put us in that block of la francophonie and droit d'auteur. We be
Mhm.
copyright, and the copyright law stipulates say so. Join we with the block of the Anglo-Saxon members, and so that we sell our film for Netflix, we sell our film for Amazon, we sell our film for African Magic and other Anglophone platform then, and then
Mhm.
we move forward. That's how Amazon can Cameroon during Camif. That's how Netflix can Cameroon during Camif.
My address
So
of
in so
person.
so in the two steps because you open your eye now, in the two in a federal system where you recognize the two subsystem where it would maybe look like a confederation because that confederation now say okay you recognize the subsystem of the anglophones and the subsystem of the francophones while at the same time every region or every state manages fair independently. Me I not get me problem who talks I want make the governor of southwest
Gilbert,
become the
they
northwest
ask
one.
her what Netflix dey for France.
And I think say they never really concluded because they don't go front and back trying to get that because of the copyright laws. Netflix never really conclude for the. If you go for Asia, Netflix they China, but they Hong Kong, they South Korea, they North Korea. I think they Bangladesh and Pakistan, they India.
Not where they talk na English or they get their language.
South Korea talk English, but they talk their own. They get their own language, but they also talk English. But say South Korea is more of more of an Anglo-Saxon system.
Okay, I don't just Google for here Netflix France. It shows say Netflix there for France. So um
They never conclude. I don't think they don't conclude because they don't go front and back because of the laws. But I don't
okay,
think
no,
so.
now you correct instead. You're right because they say a VPN can change your IP address to connect to the Netflix
No, they.
library, which is correct.
That's why.
Then
That's why.
if
That's
it's
why for Europe. That's why for Europe, Netflix we set the office now for the Netherlands. Set the office for another place because most of the other countries they be French affiliated laws.
some person say Netflix dey France. I don't think so because when Google it shows say you got to change your VPN, and when you
When
change
he
your
talk say
VPN,
when he talk say Netflix they France, mean like how when you talk say Netflix they Africa. Netflix actually has a representation in Africa. He get representation in South Korea. Don't forget say Netflix be divided into zones. You get South America, you get North America, you get African Asia. The African
Mhm.
Asia because a lot of Africa Europe, sorry. The reason is because most of the European countries them they get colonial ties them with other African countries them. You can easily watch Netflix has more content that is they accept content directly from Angola because of their ties with Portugal because of Portugal get a big market for South America with a lot of countries in South America like Brazil speaking Portuguese and all of that. So there's a big market there. But when you look at for Africa, you get other countries where they not be affiliated to Netflix.
Netflix now about numbers wey una fit produce them, or now about language for the area.
No, that one in their internal policies then. But I know say for each country, it's about the numbers that the subscription base and
Mhm.
the subscription base are number one. The numbers them like the actors who the future for the film they are following their numbers
Mhm.
them and they are following. I know say that one, but when you when you look, when you want to dig deep, there are their own internal policies away. I not get that information.
So you really think say if we become Western Cameroon again, it will give we all the quality, all the criteria we need for qualify for Netflix, and people like Gilbert will start. I mean, sorry, Jeff go start become millionaire all of a sudden.
Nobody becomes millionaire all of a sudden. You work hard to become millionaire. Even if they recognize the two subsystem and then they allow us to monetize uh, in the northwest and southwest, different from French Cameroon. Few people the way they don't sell their movie on Netflix, they made a lot of money. And if that happened, people like Ben Lilian, the way they already start coming up with projects, the way they put them for YouTube, way they monetize their page, and now they will also they'll get a bigger reach out. The
Mhm.
French system now five views, now five streams they lead to a view. But with the Anglophone system, one view is one stream is one view. So the two laws they different. And
Mhm.
you know if you mesh the two law them forcefully upon the people the way they actually understand the advantage and the opportunities the way they across the other side of the river for them. It will only trigger revolt.
Mr. Gilbert, internet
Sir.
the whole the past week say you are racist, you are tribalistic, you are a bad person, you hate Northwesterners, you detest Northwesterners, you are angry, you are bitter about Northwesterners. You know what? Aviso will address a particular topic for another show. Aviso will address until I see some person
You know,
when staunch follower, he make a post. It seems like he copy and paste though, but he make a post and kind of like calling you out and all of that. Now, the question I want to ask you is, well, like I said, we'll address that particular one on another show. But the question I want to ask you is, if we really feel like we are this group of people with a lifestyle and the same similar lifestyle, and if only Cameroon Cameroon leadership feel recognize say these people are anglophone. Because for me, I want me to recognize say people are anglophone, but may they also recognize say the one that are southwestern and the one that are northwestern, the one in our Western region people and all of that. I prefer it 10 states any day, anytime. That two-state thing, I don't want it. So this is what I'm saying. Why are we still going back and forth? Why would you still go back and forth with I don't know. Today I would see you posting everywhere, celebrating Northwestern and celebrating almost you be that person where when you see some person do good, you celebrate them. What who's are all these okay, given that this and this one, who's are it still come out?
well, you can also understand,
Not
say,
the answer. Dogma open door for some person.
okay, you can understand, say, who come from a community where a lot of people they be very ignorant about a lot of things, and then people they be emotionally driven. I think saying that maybe the years of oppression, the years of marginalization, and the years of subjugation where we don't experience where our papa they don't tell we, our mommy they don't tell we, from when we be there, when Southern Cameroons be administered from Enugu, and the Igbos were imposing their own will on the people of Southern Cameroons, to when we can join with French Cameroon. I think we don't experience those oppressions, and for a very long time we don't become a very confused and bitter people. Now, for somebody for get up one morning talk say I not like Northwestern, I believe say the person know me. And I don't think say he like Northwesterners more than me, but he get the reasons why he talks he knows I not like Northwesterners. You see, like there's this cycle where the post some short video all over the place about me. Say me at the talk say, oh, we are where we are today because a graphic man took us there. But that's history. Foncha took us to join La République du Cameroon. He's a graphic man. So how is that a problem? And some people don't make him, it don't become more like it's a it's a taboo for mention graphic, Bamenda, Northwest. So which is not supposed to be like that. You're a graphic man, you're a graphic man. I'm a banging man, I'm a banging man. You're a performer, you're a performer. Full stop. Why when they call you before you need vex? Why when they call me banging you need vex? Why you take offense? Why you decide to take offense to the mention say you be graphic man or you be Bamenda man? And a lot of people also know say all the thing and that because the politician they don't manipulate we for a very long time. For we foresee ourselves say will not be comfortable with a particular people. I don't meet up Indian people the way they tell me say they're not getting nothing come or buying man.
Yeah.
I don't meet up Indian people them. I know Indian politician he tell me say we have nothing in common with the Bayangi people. But even though when I retire apart, we retire apart too. Would I wear white shirt? Would they wear white shirt? But that one because of the
Now
political
they
reasons
break
that
get
why
their heart. You know, they break get their heart.
no problem. When I need give you my money, we dey give you my money.
Una
That do the right. Yeah, I dey tell you. Ask Jeffrey. I know person. I know some guy tell me say never ever follow because people say they didn't give you my money. Ask Jeffrey. So those things and I think the world will easily talk about and will laugh over them. But when you do some people they go manipulate other people, their emotions them, and then they trigger them for them for can't talk or give and not like Northwest people. I think among the people that were getting around me constantly,
Mm-hmm.
I'd always be surrendered by Cameroonians, not
Yeah.
particularly Bayangi people. Uh,
Now can she do they don't know? You can she do now for this site.
somebody
You know,
like
now only me at the show.
somebody like Stephanie
Mama
to
can she do yeah.
is from Stephanie to me is from the Northwest. You understand?
Yeah,
I'm
no,
very
no,
close to
no,
Stephanie to me, Nigerian sister. Um, Kwa Kingsley,
mm-hmm.
Alalio, Anya Nelson.
Yeah,
A lot of people, AG Tikwa, Belinda Babila, Niba Lawrence,
yeah.
the list goes on. The list goes on. Me, I know the person. I not believe in tribalism. I'm not even there for that game of tribalism. But when you believe when somebody will not be mentally stable can talk say given a tribal it be tribalistic, then you get for also understand now you will even take that the statement of that person will not be mentally right serious. Now you get problem. What to
Mm-hmm.
make you feel say me I not like Northwesterners. Why? Because okay, at a certain point I call somebody else say you are doing this and I become a, a tribalistic person. Or if I tomorrow I talk say oh Sako was a footballer but he no play football again Ronka
Okay.
America. Does that mean the
Some person go tell some my girlfriend say I'm a failed footballer.
does that mean the person be
The guy can't
tribalistic?
tell me that they get the vex. I show you the vex with it, but I no fail.
Aha. So if we not take if we not if that sound more when I refer say Funcha take week over there and I put a video on my Facebook. Make they go cure their ignorance. Make they go see when Funcha be the talk how he carry we go join we with French Cameroon without taking precautions, without taking the right measures them, and without standing his ground in front of Ayijo for protect the people the way he lead them for go join French Cameroon way today. He don't create an armed conflict. When I know what accept a responsibility. When I don't make an I don't become more like okay. At the mention of Northwest or Bamenda or Graphy, now it becomes a problem. And since they get this habit way, immediately one of the come, oh, the man not right about Northwest. Go sit your time, be logical. Try to understand side the thing come up. They come for them now only fight. Now only insult. Give a shut your mouth. Give a your this. Give a your that. Instead now una be tribalistic because una dey support blindly anything way na una own way. Una need to try for one be logical before una support them. Una need one try for be logical before una jump in. And I think say now because una not be logical before una go vote Funcha, where na a petty status person where he carry we go join with Aijo, where Aijo intimidating all through the almost 11 years old video French Cameroon to 1972, where Aijo woke up change the constitution without respecting the terms and conditions that they agree on. I didn't know if he stand up to Aijo say enough is enough. Wait till we get for do if finally resign. Leave Ame Joa can take over the responsibility. And then after Joa take over the responsibility, they change the constitution. They sack Joa will be against the federal constitution. So all of these things we'll not get for talk about them. Because we'll talk about them, a group of Northwesterners, they go vex for customer of public talk saying why you talk about them. We'll go talk about them. Sako, you see me, I go talk about them.
I think it's not even about very few because like I tell you the last time we had that conversation, fortunately I think it was on a Friday, and that Friday we get some keeping for here where about 80 to 90% of the people would be doing another sin and them. We actually discussed that topic them again for day. You see, and for me the best thing that happen now the fact say we therefore play with all man to understand say we need to have this conversation, whether I like it or not. I go one end for you because in 20 minutes I get for don't set up for RKE Ubedem and all of that. I don't know. I want to do this again. I don't know if we should do it next Sunday, but then I want to make the topic be different because you don't talk about certain things that don't happen. And instead of we forget the conversation and people shy away, I want to do a topic on the pain from yesterday. I want to talk about the many different things the way people don't go through because people from Southwest they complain say, oh, we don't go through our own. People from Northwest, oh, we don't go through our own. Western region they complain. Even Douala Potu they complain say, oh, people don't treat you like this. I want me more will do a segment where people will just come. Remember the
They,
last time we will do one of our guy call. He talk about how they laugh we carry file for Kenja for Moliko.
they,
that
they,
thing
they,
that
they
happened like
fact
15
say,
years ago, but
they
it's
fact
still
say,
happening.
they fact say road, no, they Sang Malima. The hospital, no, they Baturi. The fact say, Watane, the flow for Mora. The fact say, line, no, they for Nkondongo. And the fact say, when you go for Akonolinga, road, no, they, it not be denied, say, every Cameroon region or province need to face those challenges then.
Yep.
That is as a result of bad governance
Mm-hmm.
and mismanagement and corruption.
Mm-hmm.
That result. But when you come to the specificities of the identity of a people,
Yeah.
it not be the same thing. The people of West Cameroon get an identity, get the own specificity. And if you want prove and wrong or want deny them, then enough for ever call national dialogue. Then your ID card not forget La République du Cameroon, the Republic of Cameroon. And until you come to terms with the reality, say
Mm-hmm.
the Northwest man not be a problem, then you know go ever feel understand the solution and the only solution feasible to ending the crisis when I return
Gilbert,
to a two-state system.
I
Yes.
feel like when you limit it to the Northwest man be a problem, Naid even cause problem. Because if you say the Northwest man be a problem, the Southwest man be a problem, the Littoral man be a problem, the
I know,
Western
I
region
know,
man
I
be a
know what
problem.
I'm saying. I know what I'm
No, you
saying.
know what you're saying,
You're
but
trying
now
to
I
twist
decide to
it.
tell you to say now for deal with the problem day.
No,
Because every time you say the
you're
Northwest
trying
man be
to
a problem,
twist you're trying to twist it because you have a particular issue with the fact that a return to a two-state system would not end the problem because the Northwest one is this. That's why I'm saying that until you or most of you Southwesterners come to realize that the Northwest man is not your problem, then you will start understanding that the solution to a returning to the solution to ending the crisis is possibly a return to a two-state federation.
when my baby call you, I beg. I don't to argue with some guy for you what divide Cameroon into two. I'll call you
I
back.
know one divide me Cameroon into two. Oh. Not talk that one, I beg. I know the
Don't
divide Cameroon.
don't talk that
I
part.
never, I never ever stand for division. Never ever in my life. And it talks say, may they recognize the two subsystem because there are advantages for recognizing the two subsystem. Imagine, say, for example, if they monetize Northwest and Southwest, and then somebody like Loco, when a very renowned artist, he do his song in English, he come for Boya, say he upload the song for Boya, say he want monetize, and he's gonna be making money for himself, and he's gonna be able to take care of other Cameroonians who are going to be responsible for sound, for the video clip, for dancing. That is what I want. If they monetize French Cameroon, and then okay, Jeffrey Pule who can speak French or Stephanie Tu who can speak French
Who's
goes
Jeff
to
is this speak French?
French Cameroon to create a content, or Godifong will go to Cameroon to French Cameroon to create a content. He will still make money. That's a beautiful side of coming from a country where he get a dual soft system because if we benefit from either system and we will still be very very much
But
wealthy.
Gilbert, I see the
Yes.
other town minister. Where you go meet other people the way to the story. I don't see you feel more young
I
when he
dey
was
talk the
minister.
I dey talk
I
the
don't
I talk the I talk the very talk what I talk and so. And I dey very talk what I talk and so for them now make and way today Netflix. If you watch Netflix for Cameroon. Now the very talk why I talk now make and if you watch Amazon for Cameroon. Now the very talk why I talk and we go make and tomorrow you see and say they go start monetize Facebook and YouTube for Cameroon.
more
So
meet up again. Yeah.
my monetization not be limited to the Southwesterners. It not be limited to the Northwesterners. But I be particular about monetizing then the Anglophone Cameroon separate from harmonizing the Francophone Cameroon. Not because me at the imposer, now because a system where it be globally recognized. If we merge the Francophone and the Anglophone subsystem together, it's not going to work. So we'll get for state particular, made the government recognize the Anglophone subsystem while we join the Anglophone bloc where it comprises of Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, South Africa, and all the other Anglophone nations. Make we be monetized, more make money, more make money for Facebook, more make money for YouTube, more make money for WhatsApp.
Now, so we don't understand small. Visually, be talk there things so now small. We don't go for Ambazonia. Now we don't understand you find.
Mama, me I never, I never ever be an ambassador. No, I never ever be an Ambazonia. I never ever be an Ambazonia. I not be Ambazonia, but I not also be against Ambazonia. So you got to understand. I not be Ambazonia.
No, I understand.
And yes, but I'm not there against Ambazonia because if they should not forget a very civilized conversation against this, Ambazonia will maybe not exist, and the idea of one and indivisible Cameroon will maybe change to something that's comfortable for everybody. But when they impose one and indivisible Cameroon where it not be accommodative, and it not be in a process where they resolve problems, it is a create problem that you just insist on. Then you're just wasting people's life for no reason.
Says the Prince of Onokun, the smart guy. And for the people that they ever say, oh, my ask give a question, man, not talk, man, lie, I go talk. When I ask you a question, I ask you follow-up question. If you talk to, I don't understand. When I do, I even better idea na outside day. If you be there here, when I know there will be a fight and whatever. However, thank you very much for the session today. In about how many minutes, we'll get a Ube and edit for year. In another 2 papers in the world to go back and forth. But I know it's going to be a beautiful. So we'll do again next Sunday.
Yeah, we get for, like I tell you, we get for the get these conversations, and everybody will feel like if you join the show for bringing their own input, maybe not just the type, maybe they come on the show and try for tell them say there's going to be links available for them to participate, and may they send you their interest, their numbers, and then you add them on the show so that they can talk, because some of them just talk for background, not just noise. When they meet up you physically, they don't even know how to talk. But it should be noted that I am not somebody who hates neither Francophone or Anglophone. I'm not somebody who hates Bakosi or Bangwa. I don't hate the Northwesterners, and I don't like the Southwesterners, because inside Southwest you get very bad Southwesterners, particularly our political elites. They are very greedy. But inside Northwest you get very good Northwest people there. And Sako to the support a lot of what bad Anglophone elites from Southwest. You get to stop.
And I'll get some bad. More not go for there. If we start arguing, anything with last turn again, another 2 hours 30 minutes. Thank you very much, bro. Enjoy.
Thank you, Bola. Thank you. God bless you.
Yeah. Man, guys, go ahead and share. Go ahead, and if you get any consent, if we talk anything like and twist that one travel bush, but if we talk anything where you feel like it made sense, now that one you get to take around with. These are difficult conversations to have. These are really difficult conversations to have. But we got to get the conversation, because if we not get the conversation, then we how they go. So I beg more put emotions for that, more put anger, more put whatever bitter thing maybe don't happen for us in the past. Maybe don't happen for us in the past. More put them for back and try to build our community. Thank you again and again for everything. We'll do this again next Sunday, but right after this, we'll get a show. It come up. It will be another very, very interesting program. That is smart to read that we be get them or we get them for today. By the way, next Sunday we will get Gilbert and another very, very important guest. Now then, they argue that the argument will just be me for background. Baba. Okay. Madam, how are you?
Keep our fine liquor store all your places.
Yeah, no, liquor store they open on Sunday. Move for this side. You can't see where you coming at today, man.
This seminar. This seminar is that finish so I can 6 minutes. almost 6:30 for evening.
Sit down. Yeah, go to the end, the last door for your left.
So I feel around 6:30 for evening. Then we go dinner. All that.
Now send me that.
I'm on Honda.
Oh, okay. I'm fixing now one because some project with the weekend, weekly pass. It's in the worker. See, until you be telling me about even schedule for make sure so we do some one show before you go.
Hello?
The man you should just go carry now all me with
Hello? No, good. I hear. I want to buy a liquor.
Yeah,
You say no, I did for studio. I did my man to read it. No, my tata, no, my man is studio. I always go live now. Eh? No, we'll go argue. I come to we'll go argue, we'll go chop.
oh God.
About share.
Man, some group of people they want mess with up community. So unnecessary argument and fight them way you don't think we go any side.
No, but we'll get bad elitism.
No, we'll get bad elitism.
That bad elitism is spoil video.
Yeah.
But that bad elitism is spoil video.
Yeah.
We'll get a very terrible bad elitism. Very bad elitism.
Yeah. And they not say the
They just
benefit them.
concerned, they be concerned about the pocket and family.
Yeah.
Then make the youth and not the crash it.
Yeah. And trust me, the truth about this whole thing is all man define their interest.
Of course.
Yeah. Even the give the point out say, oh, these people are bad, they lead them in a political game. At the end of the day,
But he do. I like him in his courageous because even when he goes, if you go down there to talk with those people like this, then he's courageous.
bro, I did tell you say this whole thing na game where even inside Yaoundé, you get two people where you understand. See, you see a officer minister
Oh boy, man.
back and forth, and then so one note just wake up. And then that they laugh them say,
No, but they get to make that peace. Minister can't say
Minister,
there was no way now.
you know, be get choice.
You know, be get choice.
You know,
No, so you know, be tell man, we say, I told you, boss.
you know, be get choice. The way will be like, even that devil feel they see pooey even where it office for them.
Yeah.
Now they inside realizing man,
Now,
they
but the way they realize it,
they
no,
picking. No, it will not be painful, bro.
yeah, no, people.
Ah, massa. If you hear Mark Brisk can talk, say he get people over social media. Now you and me. Yep.
Yeah, that talk now you know.
Ah, he say get on social media, this, that.
Yeah, of course.
I just and John and I don't deactivate the account.
If you activate Facebook account.
Yeah.
They don't activate them back, I think so. If
Because
you activate them for that post, we post to singer, the one kill. Where you say Pastor Black, where she he get more than 9,000 comments. Insult. Upon insult. The one kill deactivate. I carry deactivate our 2 or 3 days.
You know what's nothing.
That's where Mark B talk now between me and you.
Yep.
Mali or
Yep. You know,
social media influence. Mark B talk that talk now.
And trust me, it's there for the back of their mind.
Yeah.
Now say this generation
It's never
a joke.
It's a never again.
Yeah.
You need help for self.
No. Oh, done. Yeah, I began to come early. Can't do. I mean, I'll kill lazy me for us. Just push her. Get her home and chill, bro.
No. You should have.
Correct woman, no. You know this, na. Ah, I'm just my people don't say. Give me the check.
Now why they so? Do one go do? You shouldn't do one for them.
Yeah, we want. No,
Sit here.
You see, they tell me give me cheap. You know she don't for you. When I tune a travel come or you dinner.
No,
One at the studio this so. We got to see by next year.
I like the image for like
Yeah. Let's say by next year we can go to something.
Baba, na one step at a time.
Yeah.
Look at the way we start. People we don't really. I see subscribe. I never subscribe, Baba.
Yeah, Facebook. The way people they subscribe for that thing, Facebook feel say na scam. Yeah, Facebook feel say na scam, so they block am. Yeah.
I will talk to our company that man subscribe.
Yeah, the way people they jump on the thing, bro. Facebook feel say na.
So they don't block them.
Yeah, they don't stop them for now.
So what you do? You like them or what?
Yeah, I don't talk with them. So just get some verification, they will do them. And then they open them back.
That subscription was going with different force.
Yeah.
So massive will just subscribe for 1 year.
Yeah. No, plenty people they even just call me, give me now the money. Plenty people they come, they just say, okay, 1 month or so, now they want it for 2 this when that time reach again, we shall them. And I will just do that thing now because one just sometimes you want to see how far people they really go support your project. Yeah. But it was crazy. Yeah. In that community where people and they ready for support each other grow.
Yeah. Very, very good community.
Yeah.
Say Amanda.
Which man?
Where one open that thing will be like soccer.
That man there in Maryland.
How to call it?
Bengu.
Bengu.
Since that time, so Bengu, you know, say I think they go find for ministry. Yeah.
It don't vanish.
Oh, don't vanish. Now, what you should call me about that group, I just laugh because the group said not be active again now.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
We'll get back up there now. Hey, we'll put us to do it. Can't do a make up.
Just with that summer.
Oh, no one started. Actually, we can't show them his size for position. Wait to go, we talk about
Gilbert, you know close to Gilbert.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know we know so the council they only talk.
No,
Or one year will go live.
Me na me shall make mistake.
I said Gilbert, you took 20 minutes of our time.
no, but give a date to want something.
There was to be the time we put up to the show 2 p.m. Right?
No,
12. He come late and then Gilbert no fit ever do 1 hour.
Maybe they can talk with the whole world put together, join the mix.
Today, sir, I know be why even just arguing now. Why they end early?
Oh, very. Very.
The way they drag it outside, saying no like no those things. Say Gilbert is tribalistic.
I know, we don't do that topic so there. Now they talk to be tribalistic, where there's no face over.
Saline. It's going to vex you. That kind of thing they vex Gilbert.
No, I'm not saying,
Talk to command.
that's what I'm saying. No,
You don't talk it, you want to talk on
I don't talk. People talk so much.
I see the particular time, we don't talk